Do you guys think that long distance relationships are better?
Yes.
Like last longer or
think
last
so.
less?
Longer.
I think so because
know.
I think the number one thing in relationships that hurts relationships is communication. All you do in long distance is communicate.
Right.
Through phone, through FaceTime.
All you're doing
text.
is getting to know the person. Like you
Yeah.
can't do anything else. You can't hang out with them. You
You
can't
can't be
like spend time
physical.
with
You
them.
can't be like blinded by
Right.
being physical.
Right.
So all you're doing literally is just talking to them, getting to know them.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
I don't know. Like, to be honest, when people ask me this question, long distance was so hard. I don't even know how you guys did the first 5 months. I did 2 months, and everybody around me, my whole family was like, is everything okay with Amy? Like, I was losing myself. I'm like, I don't even know if I like him anymore. I'm like, what if it's just all like a dream? Like, what if it doesn't even and I overthought everything. And I think that's what a lot of people have issues with, is overthinking. Like, what if this person isn't even for me? And so that was my problem. So I do think long distance is good. It's true. Distance does grow your heart fonder to each other.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do think distance can make it or break it, 100%.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing was actually thinking about long distance. I always assumed that long distance relationships are actually more percentage of them don't turn out just because of the long distance fact. But statistics show 60% of couples in long distance relationships have long-term successful results.
That's good.
60%.
It's funny because a lot of people on the internet, when we were posting we were long distance, they're like, watch, he's probably out there cheating, or she's probably out there cheating. And I think that's a very secular viewpoint.
Did people actually say that to you?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but this is like people from
wild.
social media. This has nothing to do with
okay.
like my church community. It's
Okay,
people
okay.
from social media when we were posting the reels and they were all
Gotcha.
blowing up and be like, he's probably out there cheating. And I'm all sitting there, I'm like, that's
Yeah, it's
such
like random people.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh,
secular
okay.
viewpoint. That's why people don't want to do long distance when you're from a secular standpoint, because people do cheat. People are not faithful. And if you're sleeping around, if you already have done physical things with people, then that means you can't like withstand
You
from
don't
that.
have trust. I
So
think
for us, it was a little bit different because we grew up in a Christian community, and it's like for us, like we withstand from that.
Yeah, long
Yeah,
distance
that's-
takes a lot of trust. Like you're trusting that the other person is saving themselves for you. You know, they're not out there talking to random people. But growing up in like a Christian community, it's a lot easier to trust.
I believe so, yeah.
so.
I would also say if you're in the same time zone, it's also a lot easier. For instance, we were in the same
West
time zone, so
Coasters.
like 11 p.m. we would
guys
chat.
have the same
and,
schedule?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's same
it was
schedule
so
and
much
everything.
easier.
For you guys, it's different. 3 hours apart, and I would also say tickets were a lot cheaper for us too. I could
That's
go
true.
visit her every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, and it won't like break the bank too much because
Yeah.
tickets, the cheapest tickets I ever found,
Yeah.
was $69 one way.
Oh my goodness. And it was an hour and a half flight for us.
Yeah, hour
You
and a
guys
half.
6 hour
Florida
flight.
to what? And that's gonna be like what, 400?
$400.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
during
gosh.
during the
The
6
flight?
months, 6 months before we moved down to Florida. Well, I guess for Bible school, when I moved down to Florida. During those 6 months, we only visited each other twice. For one, I came down for Thanksgiving, and then she came down for Christmas.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't even know if I
And then so that's like 5 months where you guys completely did not visit each other. Dang.
And it was hard. I'm not gonna like lie to you and be like, oh, sugar and sweet.
Yeah.
It was fine. Like we were like, should we even just keep doing this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know this person
Right.
that well. You know
I-
what I mean? It's like so different.
And that's valid, 100%. It's like you love this person, but you it's so hard. You have different lives. You're going to different youth. You're going to different youth. I'm going to different youth. You're going to different youth. And it's like we probably talk to our coworkers more than we talk to each other. I'm like, maybe I know my coworker more. I'm like, what if I don't even know this guy? I think overthinking plays a lot, but I do think the thing that held us together is, like you said, the communication. Constantly FaceTime calls. It's like, okay, he's giving up hanging out with his buddies to go talk to me. And it's like, that's how you know that in the beginning of the relationship, someone's already sacrificing something for you. That's a green flag.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's
for
true.
sure.
Do you have any
Yeah,
other
so
questions?
to recap pretty much on the long distance thing, if you're in the same time zone, it could work. It's a lot better. If you're in separate time zones, it's going to be a lot harder. But
For the right person,
it's worth it.